So I pre-sculpted and baked the head and the hands and feet, but if you'd like to see a video of me actually sculpting them, then just let me know and I'll make a video of that. So I tacky glued the hands and feet onto the 12 gauge wire. I just left a hole in there before baking and glued it into the hole and wrapped the thinner wire around the thicker wire. I actually got the idea for how to make the armature of the body through another channel. I can link that in the description so you can see the full tutorial. I glued polyfill. I just used hot glue and I glued polyfill to the body. Since this video, I've actually switched to using satin acrylic paint. They have a little bit of shine to them and they work better for skin tones. I was trying out this new gauze material, I'm not exactly sure what it's called, so that I could avoid having to make pants every time if I didn't want to, but it was actually pretty hard to use. I got this yarn from the dollar store and I've actually been wanting to use it for a really long time, so I was pretty excited. Here I'm just using tacky glue to stick the hair to her head. I glued the hair on in an upward motion because I knew that I wanted to have her hair up in pigtails. I'm currently bettered and that's why I'm laying down. I feel like I need to disclaim that in all my videos because I know it's kind of weird that I'm laying down. I just used a piece of orange yarn to tie her hair up. This fabric I also got from the dollar store. I think it's about half a yard or so. I wish I had gotten more of it because I haven't seen it there since. I was just cutting out some armholes and a neck hole. I decided to use tacky glue and glue the clothes together instead of sewing them because it's just a lot less time consuming. I was just using the scissors to press it down, to press over the glue. Just hemming the bottom. I waited for it to dry and then I flipped it inside out. I was just gluing down the edges of the sleeves and then gluing the shoulder pieces together. And then I'm just making the sleeves. More difficult things I will use my upright time for. I can sit up for short periods of time. I'm just gluing the sleeves into the armholes of the dress. And then I glued the sleeves together. I was just tying the ends of the yarn together here. And I wanted to make her a little vest, so I glue hemmed the corners of this piece of green velvet. And then I glued a piece of orange yarn around the collar of her dress. I was just measuring where to put the armholes of the vest. I waited for it to dry before I did this. Here I'm just cutting out a piece for the belt. I wanted to make a belt to go around the dress that I could glue hem so that it didn't start fraying or anything. So here I am making her little Harry Potter accessories. I had already made a little bottle of pumpkin juice for my Halloween decorations, so I was just wanting to make a smaller one so that it could fit in her hand. I got these little potion bottles at the Dollar Tree too. And this is just, I don't typically use regular Sculpey, but I just figured it's just easier to work with for small things like this. So I was just making the little pumpkin for the top of the pumpkin juice bottle. And I'm making the skull for the top of the mini 𝚘𝚑𝚧𝚎 bottle. Sorry, it's blurry. I didn't have autofocus on because sometimes autofocus just goes crazy in and out. And I decided to make the 𝚘𝚑𝚧𝚎 bottle out of clay because the size it wasn't really working with the little glass bottle. And then I just put a little line around the bottle, and then I start making the spinal column and the ribs to go around the bottle. You can slow down this video if you want to see how I sculpted everything, not so sped up. And then I made the arm bones and little teeny tiny finger bones. And then I decided to make a little crow to go on her arm. And I wanted to make the legs out of wire, which kind of ended up looking a little wonky. And then I used an off-white color that I mixed with white and brown. Yeah, white and brown. And then I did a layer of brown to age it. I painted another white wash, but I think I might have lost that footage. And then I painted gold around his cap. And then I put some tacky glue on the crow because I wanted to use these black feathers I had laying around as his feathers, but it ended up looking pretty silly. I tried to glue feathers onto this crow and it just looks like this shaggy chicken. And then I just used a pen to write 𝚘𝚑𝚧𝚎. Gave the crow chicken looking thing a nice little haircut, and then I painted the pumpkin orange and then did a little brown wash over it. Then I put rubbing alcohol into the mini bottle and added a little bit of orange paint and a little bit of brown paint to make the pumpkin juice. And then I put super glue all around the bottom of the cork because I just didn't want the cork to start disintegrating in the alcohol. And then I used a utility knife to cut the top of the cork off so that the pumpkin could fit on top of it. And I used some super glue to attach the pumpkin. And then I had printed out this, I have some sticker paper and I printed out this little pumpkin juice label. Actually got some water on it and stained it and then ran out of ink so I couldn't reprint it. But you could also just print little pumpkin juice labels onto paper and use a little bit of glue it on. Then I just used some hemp cord to tie around the neck of the bottle. I was so happy with the way she came out. She's so cute and cheerful. She's definitely one of my favorites that I've made so far. Yeah, she's definitely one of my favorites that I've made so far.